feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.
It's week 13 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Seahawks and the Cards, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Jackson, options out left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They go play action now. Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. That ball caught by Campbell. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown! A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift, taken down at the 42. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 56 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Nifty move. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's got Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Catch made here by Campbell. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Looking for Danny Gray that time, and now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
The Seahawks add 8-3 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. There's the stiff arm. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's second and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he is in for the Seahawks touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cardinal offense takes back over in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again. Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. after one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jaden Reed, 66 yards. And the Cards have come back to make it a 2-point game. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Done good with the extra point. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Short pass to Howard. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Hurts. Steps away. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Touchdown, Seahawks! Devontae Smith, 51 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 8. The drive summary that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And a Cardinal first down.
To throw is Jackson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Second down and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A full start backs him up 5. First and 15. Jackson options out left. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down. And it's in the area of holding. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start. Awesome.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Malik Harrison providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive, number 25 for him on the year. And he'll look to keep it rolling, 1st down. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, They knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A give running right is Chubb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Danny Gray from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Complete, it's Dodson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Complete to number 13, Keenan Allen.
Now it's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Cardinals.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. Now it's Jackson as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on 1st down. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Done good with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback. That's Jalen Hurts. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hurts. That is caught. They'll have the first down and more than that. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Danny Gray with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. And this will be a touchback as Graham opts not to return it. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start. There he goes, right side. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete, left side to Gray. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
First down, Cardinals.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now he's free at the 35. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Swift, 22 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
It's complete, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield, I think is...
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Jackson. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jahan Dotson. 31 yards. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Done good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So Dunn now following the score. Back out to send this away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Jackson.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Jackson now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Over the middle, brought in by Dodson.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner,
and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here comes Grant on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 32 yards.
And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense, but maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
That's the tight end Hurst with him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
They go play action with Hurts. That ball caught by Campbell.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. A give. This is Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and
throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Throwing is Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard.
At the 19-yard line.
Hurts. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Danny Gray, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the drive culminated with the Danny Gray touchdown. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think he said focal point. But that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now it's Jackson.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jackson's throw complete to Dotson.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Oh, he had him. He was was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free than what they're trying to get done on offense.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Smith will come in motion right.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable for Grant. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 7. A minute 46 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. A give left side here for Herbert.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Khalil Herbert
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like.
But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jackson.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Reed.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Cards,